What's up, my ninjas? It's your boy, Saiyan Ninja Warrior Z here, and welcome to the podcast that's recorded on Sunday and uploaded on Monday, Super Saiyan Salt, episode 1. And today we're going to be discussing, first of all, it's awesome to have you guys here, so thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you guys participate in the show by commenting in the comments below. And let's jump right into it. So, what are we going to talk about today? First, I want to talk about Dragon Ball Super, this week's episode, and the Tournament of Power itself. So far, honestly, man, I'm loving it. I know there are a couple people who are all put by a few things in it, and I understand that, but I'm really loving it. I've really been enjoying Dragon Ball Super pretty much after the Goku Black Arc. It's when I've really been enjoying it. Like, the Goku Black Arc was great. There were a lot of really cool moments. There was just some other BS in it that I just couldn't quite let go of, and that's probably more me than anything else. But I just wasn't a fan of the whole Spirit Trunk sword thing and all that. It was just, to me, it was just kind of, I just didn't enjoy it that much. But I'm really enjoying, I've been enjoying pretty much all the episodes, even the more goofy side episodes prior to the tournament. Those were really good. I thought they did a good job at universe building, which is something we haven't seen Dragon Ball do in a really long time. So I've been really enjoying this series, this arc so far. I've really been enjoying the Tournament of Powers. This episode, I admit I did like last week's episode a little bit more. This one felt a little bit slower. Maybe that's because it focused on Krillin. I mean, Krillin is a cool character, but unless he's going to do something really cool, I just feel like they wasted more time than they really had to. We saw Hit again, but he still didn't do much. I'm really looking forward to seeing who Hit fights and who ends up taking Hit out. I think it might be Jiren. And who knows, maybe the leaks or something say that. I don't read the leaks because I don't like spoilers. So right now I'm just going off of what I think might happen on the top of my head. I think either Jiren, whatever his name is going to take Hit out. And then it's going to be Goku versus Jiren. I do believe that Vegeta's going to get taken out by Jiren as well, and it's probably just going to be Goku versus Jiren just duking it out. But this episode, the thing, I just didn't really like how it focused on Krillin. Like, a lot didn't happen. Like, if they're going to show Krillin, I just hate it that he got taken out in such a wonky way by Frost. Tripping him out of the ring. I was like, I mean, if Krillin is going to go down in the Tournament of Power where the fate of the universe is at stake, it would have been cool if he just went all out against a super strong opponent and just fought and, like, he was just wailing on the guy till he fainted from exhaustion and then got knocked out of the ring. But just to get taken out because he got cocky, it's just like, oh, man. It just felt like a wasted opportunity. I love the episode. Great episode. That's just my only complaint. And that's kind of been a problem. One of my issues with Dragon Ball as a whole is the whole characters being taken off guard thing. I mean, I understand that it can happen to anybody, but these are supposed to be master level martial artists. You know, who've been training since they were kids, and to keep making that same mistake over and over again, it just kind of baffles me. I know the purpose of Dragon Ball is mostly entertainment, so I don't take it as seriously as some others do. Like, there are some people who just straight up quit the series because of stuff like that, but it's not a deal breaker for me. It's just one of those little things I like to see them address. The martial arts master. So let's showcase the martial arts mastery side a little bit more. And to their credit, the Tournament of Power has been doing a better job at that. My phone keeps going off. I'm sorry. They've really been, like, flying and stuff is banned. So it's really kind of gone back to its old roots in terms of it being more based on martial arts instead of just raw power. Of course, at the end of the day, the deciding factor is power, because it doesn't matter if you can fight like Batman. Batman ain't beating the Hulk. Like, it don't matter how many times he hits him, how many times it doesn't matter. He may be a better fighter, but he ain't beating the Hulk. So it's kind of like that model. So power is and probably always will be the deciding factor in Dragon Ball. And to a certain degree, it's like that in real life. Less so, a weaker fighter can beat a stronger fighter if he fights wise, but 9 times out of 10, the guy who's stronger will often beat someone who's a better fighter just because he's in better shape, or a stronger guy, or sometimes it's just more aggressive. There are a lot of factors in a real fight that don't come that don't come into play in Dragon Ball. But that's my take on this week's episode. I give it a solid 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for sure. The highlights of it was Goku and Goku didn't really do much, but Vegeta's fight with Vegeta and Botamo, I really enjoyed that. It had a fun comedic vibe going to it. I like how they're taking the fight seriously, but they're less concerned about the universe and just more like just in it to have a good time. Goku and Vegeta are, and I really love that. You know, they're Saiyans to the core, so I like that. That's one of my favorite part about those two characters is that out of all the years, Vegeta's character changed a lot, but on their core character hasn't changed, and that's what I really love. I'm not a big fan of a deep anime anyway, so that's why I love Dragon Ball so much. It's simple, it's to the point, and it doesn't try to be too philosophical. I mean, it can be philosophical, but not to the degree of other shows like Naruto, which I can understand the appeal of it, but it's just not my cup of tea. I used to watch a little bit when I was younger, but it's just wasn't my cup of tea. There were too many flashbacks for my taste, and it felt a little bit slow, and I just like the all-out hand-to-hand combat and energy blast that Dragon Ball has. But it's still a great series regardless. But that pretty much sums up my review of this week's episode of Super. I'm super hyped for the next one. We're finally gonna get the Super Saiyan see the Super Saiyan ladies in action, which has me super excited. Kayla and Khalifa, yeah, Khalifa. I think that's her name. She's got a weird name, but I'm really looking forward to seeing them scrap. It's looking like it's gonna be a really promising episode, man. Kayla looks super cool in her giant buff Broly-like form. I really hope her and Khalifa get action figures soon. If not SH Figure Hearts, because we know they announced those. They won't come out till 2019 or 2020. Being honest, but it'd be cool. Hopefully, we get more of the offshoot characters or the lesser characters from the Dragon Stars brand. That would be really cool. They've got a lot of potential with that brand, and it's fun. That's kind of what I want to talk about next is action figures in general. So we'll switch gears to that. So with the action figures, SH Figure Hearts, I think they've had a really strong year this year, especially with their Dragon Ball figures. You know, we're finally seeing the figures that they've teased for the last 2 or 3 years coming out, and it took them long enough, man. So it's almost bittersweet because part of me is like, finally, we get Tien and Yangsha, which I had pre-ordered, and part of me is like, it's about damn time you guys release these figures. It's taken us how many years? Jeez. But I'm happy regardless because we finally get them. I did cancel my pre-order for Nappa. I want to see that. I'm not a big Nappa fan. I guess I should get him because he'd be an essential character for flashbacks, but he's not on my importance list. I ended up picking I had to choose because I couldn't get both of them. So I chose to get the 3-pack with from Bit Bat Toy Store from the first half of the Dragon Stars line. And those figures have me super excited. I've seen some people have gotten them already, and they look like really cool figures. So like the Dragon Ball equivalent of Marvel Legends. So hopefully, like Marvel Legends, we're going to get a huge, diverse cast of essential characters. And even some of the less popular, less known characters. Like, we know eventually we're going to get a Figure Arts Goku Black. We know we're going to get a hit because, you know, they're super popular characters. But I would love to get, like, Butamo or Magetta figure. We know the chances of an SH Figure Arts version of that are slim. But, or any of the Universe 6 fighters, really. Unless it'd be years down the line before we get those. Because they're still pumping out Gokus. We haven't even gotten Boo. And they're not even done with all the other sagas yet. We still haven't got Super Saiyan 4 Goku yet. So, it's probably going to be a while before we even see Figure Arts versions of Universe 6 fighters. But with the Dragon Stars, they're cheaper figures. I'm assuming they're much cheaper to produce. So, Tamashii and Bandai, they really don't have an excuse to not make the whole Universe 6 cast. I would love to see a Universe 6 wave and the Build-A-Figure be Magetta or something. That would be really cool. And speaking of, we haven't even gotten the Figure Art Champa and Vados yet. What the hell? Well, it's one of my those are two of my most anticipated figures, especially Vados, man. Vados is hot. I love Vados. she's like, I love her personality. Like, she's really calm but kind of snarky. She's a great character. I would love to see her get a figure. And I would love to see Champa get a figure, too. He's like an annoying jerk, but that's what makes him so funny. So, I'm really hyped for the Dragon Stars line. I'd love to know what you guys think of it, honestly. What do you... I know a couple of you guys, I've gotten your opinions on it. And so far, the standout figure seems to be the Frieza. And part of the reason I believe is because it's almost impossible to get your hands on the figure art Frieza, unless it's like you don't mind spending $175. And to be quite honest, the figure itself hasn't really aged that well, so the Dragon Stars one actually looks better. So I'm really looking forward to that figure, and I think a lot of people are. I think that one's going to be the standout figure because we got our Gokus, we got our Vegetas, we got our Beerus. I think the Frieza is going to be the one that people are really after. So I have pre-ordered both waves of the both halves of the wave, so I'll be able to build the Shinron. And I'm also getting the what's his name, the Shinron the SH Figure Hearts Shinron. I'm really hoping he comes with the Dragon Balls too. We need some SH Figure Arts Dragon Balls, man, to complete those dioramas, so we can make those videos, and all sorts of stuff. And speaking of videos, that's my last subject I want to get into. What I have planned for future videos for the channel. As you guys know, I have Dragon Ball Xenoverse, the stop motion series, or Dragon Ball XV plan. Released a sneak peek last week. This week, we're going to try and get the whole episode done. Maybe even have it out by Saturday. Hopefully, this week, that's what I'm aiming for. We'll see what happens with my schedule and everything. Dragon Ball Ultra, I'm still working on that. I'm just waiting to get that Frieza figure, so bear with me. Dragon Ball XV will kind of pad it out for a while. I'll probably have maybe some more Goku or Dragon Ball DC crossover stuff coming up in the future. But that's pretty much it as far as the videos go. I'm just gonna focus on the two series right now. I don't want to put too much on my plate and then end up not releasing anything like what's happened in the past. So for now, the next stop motion video you can count on coming out next will be Dragon Ball XV. And then when that Frieza figure comes out, Dragon Ball Ultra. Because I need the Frieza figure for that episode. That is the only thing that's holding me up. And maybe in the future, we might see some animations. You know, you never know. Future's looking bright. I have a concept for a series. It's kind of based on the last animation I was going to make, but skills just weren't really up to snuff. I wasn't a big fan of the way it looked, but it looks a lot better now. I mean, they kind of looks the same. Really, I just changed the size of the head of the characters and the way the eyes are drawn, but it made a tremendous difference. So we'll see what else the future holds. I might do some random stuff, but what you have to look forward to is Dragon Ball XV next, and then Dragon Ball Ultra. And those two series are going to be what I focus on mainly. And that's pretty much it for the upcoming videos. Maybe an animation. Maybe. That's a big maybe. Because I'm working on the game right now. So all my extra time animating will probably be put towards animating stuff for the game instead of the show. So, and I have a feeling I should just stick to action figure stuff. That seems to be the biggest hit on the channel because that's how it started. So I might start branching out, maybe doing some Marvel stuff, some DC stuff. I know they're releasing the Marvel Legends Netflix wave, and I was a huge fan of the Netflix series, so it would be really cool to make a dark, gritty Daredevil Punisher crossover movie thing. That would be pretty fun. So you guys can definitely expect some more Marvel stuff, some DC stuff, maybe some other animes, but first and foremost, Dragon Ball is the absolute focus. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. That pretty much wraps this one up. And as always, thank you for tuning in, subscribing, commenting, never giving up on the channel, keeping it alive, because if it wasn't for you guys, it'd be dead. You know, all those long absences I took, and when I came back, I was shocked to find my fan base still here waiting for me, man. Words can't describe how good of a feeling that was, and that really motivates me to work extra hard, put in more hours, and make these videos and make more content just for you guys, man. You guys don't know, man, how much I really appreciate that. And as always, if you guys have some videos and cool stuff you want me to check out, let me know. And I'll see you guys in the comments below. Saiyan Ninja Warrior Z out.